Once a year, we celebrate a holiday called Thanksgiving. Sandwiched between football games and Black Friday deals, we usually gather around the table and give thanks for the bounty before us and the family and friends surrounding us. However, giving thanks, being grateful, has a deeper spiritual significance that far surpasses that yearly event. It is an attitude, a way of thinking that should permeate all of our life and all circumstances. Most of us have probably witnessed a child at Christmas who tears into the bounty of presents and then looks around for more. Perhaps at times we appear like that to our Heavenly Father. Saturated by His blessings, we look around and say, "Isn't there more?" As human beings, we seem to thrive on complaining. If you doubt what I'm saying, the next time you're in a conversation, take a mental note on how often complaints are expressed versus the positive statements that are made. I guess this really should not surprise us, because in many ways we continue to relive the first 3 chapters of Genesis in the story of Adam and Eve. Satan's sin was ingratitude, and so was Adam's and Eve's. They wanted more. They wanted what they perceived to be better. And so it remains to this day. Regardless of life's circumstance, we find it easy to complain. We insatiably seem to want something more, something different. Adam and Eve's sin continues to be ours, ingratitude for what God has given us. However, just as ingratitude is linked to the fall, so gratitude is linked to our salvation. Not long ago, I was visiting with a woman who had come from a very difficult background, a childhood riddled with alcohol, abuse, neglect, and all the ramifications of that. She discovered the grace of God and became a Christian in early adulthood. As we were talking, tears streamed down her cheeks, and she said, "I am so thankful that God can love and forgive me." Decades after her conversion, just the thought of God's goodness swelled an emotion. I thought to myself how beautiful and profound that was. Gratitude can only define our lives if we understand God's grace and mercy. In truth, our spirituality will never exceed our gratitude. If that type of thankfulness takes hold, the default focus of our life shifts to God, the source of all good gifts. Instead of wishing things were different, we find it easier to be thankful for the blessings that are, and this tenderizes the heart and provides a fertile field for the fruits of the Spirit to grow. Our lives literally become a thank you note to a God who loves and to Jesus who redeems. Several years ago, a friend gave me a book by Ann Voskamp entitled 1,000 Gifts. Her challenge was simple and forthright. Develop the spiritual gift of chronicling blessings, or as she called them, gifts. More out of curiosity than anything else, I accepted her charge and started gratitude lists in the kitchen, just in case I happened to visit there, by the computer, in the bedroom, in the car, on my phone. I distinctly remember on day 1, I wrote down a hot shower, a bird singing, and a washing machine. My list seemed so shallow, but the things I wrote down were certainly gifts. The days passed into weeks, into months, into years, and the list grew. Even when I didn't feel like it, each day I would find at least 3 things to be thankful for and jot them down. I have found over and over again this simple task can transform an ordinary day that is riddled with interruptions and frustrations, as well as a hard day when the heart aches and the tears flow. You see, it's impossible to dwell in disappointment, self-pity, anger, or any other emotion that might engulf us and be grateful at the same time. We can only choose one emotion at a time. It is indeed our choice. Perhaps the events swirling around us now are really opportunities to literally catch God in the moments and make radical gratitude our own. Another divine act of blessing to bring us closer to His heart, closer to His love.